Hello everyone and welcome to Time of Say Tarot. My name is Betsy and I'll be doing your reading for today. We're doing the new moon in Aquarius. This is the new moon kicking off this year. It's a lot about healing, going for new things, really approaching new things, giving way to new opportunities, giving way to new communications, just really reaching for the stars, which the star is the sign of Aquarius. So let's see what we have here. We're kicking it off with Aries. So Aries, just know that the planet alignments right now, it is a heavy energy. You could feel really energetic and irritated, or one of the two. So let's go ahead and get started. New moon in Aquarius. This is just a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to swap the characters around. If I'm talking about them, I could be talking about you. If I'm talking about you, I could be talking about them. Feel free to check your moon, rising, and Venus signs if this does not resonate. If nothing resonates, then feel free to check all of the other awesome YouTube readers we have out here. I follow quite a few, and so we have tons. Okay, let's go ahead and see, what is your unique contribution to the world, Aries? What is your unique contribution to this world? What is Aries' contribution to this world? Ten of Cups. You make people happy, or you want to make people happy. You like when people feel comfortable around you. You like to give people your love. You like people to just feel energetic, feel comfortable around you, you know? You could work in an area that makes people happy. I mean, you could even be like a marijuana distributor in that business, just because this is my marijuana card. That's why I say that is my marijuana card. But I feel like, you know, your unique contribution to this world is you honestly bring joy to a lot of people that you may not even know. You may doubt yourself, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I going the right way about things? Do people actually care? Do people actually care what I do and what I do for them? And because I feel like, Aries, you guys really do things behind closed doors too for people. So you kind of like have people's backs without them even knowing. Like, you don't need to tell somebody, hey, I had your back today, because that's just you. You're like, I don't take people talking crap behind my friends' backs, or I don't take people, you know, being malicious. There's one thing to tease, and there's another thing to be malicious and, you know, sit there and down on somebody that you love. So I feel like, you know, Aries, your uniqueness to this world is that selfless love that you have. The selfless love that you're willing to just drop everything for anybody, even if it's inconvenient for you. Like the people that you actually love, you know, I don't think that you'll just go to anybody and be like, yeah, let me help you out, you know. I think that it has to be more of like your friends and family and stuff. Like, you are just always welcoming. You don't judge people, you know. You understand that everybody has their flaws, and it's like, yeah, you know, you have your opinion about people, but it doesn't deter you from, like, it doesn't disgust you. You're not repulsed by people's actions or people, what they look like or anything like that. You're very welcoming, and if it's something you don't like that they're doing or whatever, you may tell them, but you're, in the same sense, you're like, you're dumb for doing this, but I still love you. You know what I mean? Of course, Aries can always reach their point, but what we're talking about right now is your uniqueness to the world, that you can give everybody 10 chances. And they can count on you. You know, you're somebody that they can count on. So let's go ahead and move on to, where are you being called to speak your truth? Where are you being called to speak your truth, Aries? Where are you being called to speak your truth? What is your truth in this new year? Where are you being called to speak your truth? Where are you being called to speak your truth? This is an ending, a death to something. This could be a death and rebirth of yourself. So a death and rebirth of yourself is just, it's like, I compare it to when you're 16 versus when you're 21. You're a completely different person, right? So right now you may be going through a growth and rebirth, which sometimes it causes a lot of friction in relationships, causes a lot of breakups, causes a lot of drama, because you stop putting up with certain things, or you change your mind about certain things. That's you shedding that skin, that old skin, into your new skin for the new year. You always have people's good intentions, right? You have good intentions, but at the same time, like I said, Aries doesn't put up with stuff forever. They're very loyal people, but they won't put up with it. So Aries you're pretty blunt too, you know. You kind of tell it how it is, especially to friends and family. You know, you could look or seem shy to other people or whatever, but once you get to know an Aries, they're actually very, very awesome people. So I really do feel like this is just a growth, a death and rebirth of you. This is you coming into a new phase in your life that you're going to say, you know, I remember when I was 30, I remember when I was, 32, 33, 25, that's going to be one of our shedded skin. And so that's kind of what you're going through this new year, is you're shedding the old version of yourself and growing into a more mature, sort of different you. Let's go ahead and look at how can you break away from disempowering patterns or behaviors. How can you break away from disempowering patterns or behaviors? So how can you break away from your bad habits, right? Your bad habits, bad behavior. How can we walk away from that? I saw the Seven of Cups come out, so it could be indecision, like being indecisive, having a lot of options, not being clear on what you want to do or where you want to be. So let's go ahead. How can you break away from these behaviors? 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 So if you're single and you know it, clap your hands. Just kidding. If you're single, this is, breaking, you need to walk away from, if someone's like a drinker, you could drink, you could be a drinker. This is something you need to break the habit of. If not, then breaking the habit of actually getting out, going out. So either, walking away from drinking, walking away from, they look like they're toasting, oh, here we go, party, and walking away from that with the Knight of Wands. If not, if you're in a relationship, or if you're not in a relationship and don't have anybody, this is just you needing to get out there, to go out there, and you will meet somebody that's worth giving to. Get yourself out there. Go. I'm not saying go to the bar. I'm not saying go do your thing. I'm just saying when you get invited to a birthday party, go. When you get invited to go ice skating, go. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised who you can run into there, or going out to dinner or something. You know what I mean? if not, I feel like some of you may have to move, like actually move to get away from behaviors and patterns. You may have to move if you have to get away from somebody, or you may have to move with your partner. You could be talking about moving. So let's get from my fairy card, from my fairy deck. How can you break away from these bad patterns and habits? How can we break away? Bring fun into everything you do, which goes with this Three of Cups. So yeah, like I said, it's a little confusing because it's like I feel like somebody wants to go towards a relationship and like move away. Like you want to like run off together and just be gone because that's how you feel like you're going to break away from the drama, something like that. But we have, you know, celebrating. If it's more like of you being single, you need to get out there. You need to go out there. You know, you could be juggling multiple jobs, even multiple people, just multitasking, really. You know, maybe you're making yourself too free and available for people. Like I said, you know, you're out here trying to be that person and make everybody happy. But you are going through death and rebirth. So maybe that is your cue to like, I don't have to do everything for everybody. You know, I don't have to be everybody's savior. Yeah. That's more of what I'm getting is like, you need to just like, instead of trying to entertain these people, instead of trying to entertain whatever it is, whatever's going on, I feel like you are just ready to go anywhere with somebody that you love or somebody that you want to be with. Like, even if it's not somebody that you know yet, you're just like, why can't I just find somebody if you don't have anybody? Why can't I just find somebody to run away with and get away and move away from here, you know? Why can't I just find somebody let's just move away? Or sometimes, you know, if you are a couple and you're just having issues, you're just kind of like, I just want to go. Like, I don't even care. Because this isn't thought out. This isn't a thought out. It's planning, you know, maybe, but it's not a thought out plan. It's kind of like, oh, let's go. Come on. We're going to go. See ya with my lover. Like I said, just could be wanting to run away. Just go. Just want to run away. So maybe taking a vacation, maybe that's something that you could get away from for a little bit. But really, honestly, I feel like maybe just not giving so much to other people, not entertaining these people, and really more focusing on moving towards this and building your relationships and moving towards building the relationship. And you don't have to be on bad terms. I'm not saying like, oh, you guys are on bad terms, so you have to build your relationship. No, a relationship can always be built on. It can always be better, you know? So how can you connect meaningfully with your community? How can you get out there and how can you get out there and connect with your community? How can Aries connect with their community? How can Aries connect with their community? Okay, let's not be so guarded. Let's not feel like everybody's out to get us, eh? How else can we connect with the community? How else can we connect with the community? Yeah, offer your love. Don't be so closed off. Don't be so like, here we go, you know? It's you're over here like, nothing's happening, but I'm still gonna watch over here. Like, something's gonna pop out of that. It's like, no, don't worry about this. You go into this. Give your love. Give your love. Don't be such a shut-in. So, what is your highest intention for your personal freedom? So, this I had to think about. Now, what does that mean? What is your highest intention in your personal freedom? Is that personal freedom as in like a single personal freedom? Not even like being single, but like an independent personal freedom? Or is it your highest intention to reach that higher power, right? So I'm just going to kind of play it as is and see where this goes, because I don't really know how to explain it other than that. And I'm just kind of getting both. So I don't want to call it and then have to explain why I think that. So what is in my highest intentions? What is in my highest intentions? What is not in my, excuse me, what is in Aries highest intentions? What is in Aries highest intentions? What is in Aries highest intentions? So let's see. Not being so controlling, letting go of the control, rekindling old relationships. This could be family, friends, honeys. Yeah, I feel like having many options. So keeping it broad, you know, keeping it broad, coming into the Queen of Pentacles. So having control, having that power, having that kind of boss lady status. You know what I mean? Sorry. Oh, come on, focus. So kind of having that boss lady. Oh, that's going to annoy me. No, I don't want autofocus. Okay, here we go. So yeah, that boss lady status, you know, she comes in and does her thing, and it's like office work, organization. You could be in control of like money, banking, that sort of thing. You could just keep your options open to making money. So what else can we get for Aries in Aquarius, new moon in Aquarius? What else can we get for Aries, new moon in Aquarius? Positive changes are on the way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. This is not what I said. Relocating. Do you guys want to move? Are you guys like, I want to get out of here. I want to move. Come on. You were doing so good. There we go. If I get out of the way, maybe I'll do it. Okay. You see how he's like ready to just make his own creation. He's just like, I have everything that I need right here, even though it's not much, you know, but it's like magic. He's ready to go. He's ready to fly out of there. Okay, what else can I get? Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during an emotional experience. So like I said, you know, it could be like you stressing and being like, babe, let's just move. We're going to move. Or you being like so into somebody, you're just like, I wish that we could just leave and take off, you know? So you're either trying to get away with it or get away with somebody, like get away from it all or get away with it all. That makes sense. Okay, do more research before proceeding. Education in form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeship, excellent craftsmanship. So you could be wanting to go back to school. You could be looking into schools. Like I said, you could be looking into relocating. Like you guys are looking into moving, like getting a new house. I just keep getting that moving, wanting to move long term, you know? Yeah, I feel like if you had any conflict, your conflict is coming to an end. It can't get any worse than this, basically. Like she's limping home. You found something out that changed your perspective. And I feel like somebody came to you with some advice with that King of Cups. It's could have been a male. This could also be like an attorney, a therapist. This person gave you some information that changed your perspective. Getting that education, which goes in with this one. Getting your education. So this could have been a romantic partner, or this could have been just advice from somebody. It could have been, it doesn't even have to be like a therapist, but it could have been just advice from like a loved one that was just like genuinely trying to help you for some reason. What else? What can we get? What can we get on this King of Cups? What can we get on this King of Cups? What can we get on this King of Cups? Yeah. This could be somebody that, like your partner, could have came to you with advice that put things in a different perspective. So they could have said something to you and you were like, okay, that makes sense, you know, or some of you even maybe could be getting advice from like an ex. Could just be, yeah, I feel like it's some partner. Okay, let's get one who doesn't have a partner. Who is this king? And this could be somebody new that's coming in that's going to give you information and change your perspective. They're really going to calm your nerves. This, you know, powerful intuition, epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. Understanding the truth of a situation. And this is also change your way of looking at the situation. Like, you know what I mean? So somebody's going to come in, if they haven't already, to come and change your perspective on something. It's good. It's advice that actually is coming from the heart. It's good advice. It really is. But it is going to change your perspective on things. You're going to find stuff out that maybe you didn't know. Maybe you weren't fully aware of. And it's really going to change the way you look at things. Right? So, what advice do we have for Aries? What advice do we have for Aries? And pick 3 cards. Advice for Aries. Advice for Aries. Like I said, you need to get a backbone. Tell people no when it's no, when you can't. When you cannot do it, say no. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. That's your advice. Another advice, 11, card number 11, manifestation, strength, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. So this could be having the strength to not lose your shit on people as well. So don't put up with people's crap, but don't lose your shit about it. You know what I mean? Don't freak out on people when this arises. And here we have the 10 of Cups again as your ending. Yes, you guys, I can't make this up. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups. Summer is cups, by the way. This one says, an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. This is what you're all about this year, Aries. Bringing in the people that you can trust and loving on them and holding them as tight as you can. So that is kicking off your year, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys and have a great night with your new moon in Aquarius. See ya.